Hello everyone, this is Jerry and welcome back to part 15 of this mini-series for ESO's Untitled Chapter. Today we'll be dealing with Raud al-Siran and most likely coming to an end for this series, at least until Blackwood comes out in June. So we'll take care of these guys. I do plan on having Skyrim up again soon, but unfortunately I actually had to restart it all from the beginning.
Where's Verandis?
Oh, there you are, Laris.
Come on, up that rise. We'll find him.
But I had to restart my series, or well, not restart it, but restart the game, because unfortunately my last save that I did in Darkfall Passage, I believe it was, where I left off, ended up getting corrupted, and well, I thought I could roll it back, because I do try and do clean saves and everything whenever I have to delete mods that are conflicting with each other. Yeah, come to find out there was no saving that. Like, the save is just irreparable, so I had to pretty much abandon it, start over from the beginning. I'm almost caught up, almost. I'm finishing up the main storyline again, and then I'll be getting into the Dawnguard.
That must be the Dark Storm.
You know, this area gives me
must
some
lead to Raud al-Siran. Let's follow the storm. Hopefully Verandis will do the same.
well, hopefully. Yeah, this area gives me some, like, serious Dragon Age Inquisition, Temple of Sacred Ashes vibe. But, yeah, the Skyrim series should be back up soon. Because now I'm playing on a little bit more of a stable mod order. Still got all the fancy graphics and stuff, some of the story quests, but some of the more decorative stuff, or, well, you know, stuff like Enhanced Solitude and all that, and the Enhanced Solitude docks, the Swift transport thing, that was the Falmer Way Shrines that I had to get rid of, the palaces and castles enhanced I had to get rid of, because, well, that was causing issues, and then trying to think of...
Brother, stop! I don't want to fight you!
Yeah, I had to get rid of the,
Look at you, Verandis. The dark heart is overwhelming you.
Can I just let them finish? But yeah, I had to get rid of the sewers mod as well, because that was causing issues. And turns out it was conflicting with another mod, so... Had to get rid of a bunch of stuff that added just a little bit of extra content. Kinda sad that I didn't get to experience the sewers mod, but maybe I can do that for a separate series, because I do plan on doing a modded sort of series for Skyrim after I finish the DLCs.
Great host. The Dark Storm must be working!
That's probably where I'll be finishing off Rigmore's quest, is in that series, and then I'll probably move some of the actual main series videos that involved Rigmore over to that playlist as well. I'm not too sure. Just so it'll fit better, I guess, and be easier to find.
I won't do it, you...
You got this, Verandis.
Death and damnation just spite me over. Brother.
But yeah, once I finish the DLCs and stuff, I'll be doing a separate, like, little focusing on the mods that I have on my series sort of thing. I don't even think I'm going going the right way? I think I need to go that way where that Colossus is walking on all fours. So let's head over here.
I forgive you, Verandis. You didn't turn your back on our dream. You lost hope. That is my gift to you. I can save you. I can save all of us. Salvation is within our grasp. All you need to do is take hold.
You really think we'll have peace here?
Oh no. Brandis, don't be giving into it. I do gotta say though, the new enhancement I made to what was it? I'm gonna have to look it up because I don't even remember the name to it. I know it's Brawler now, but I don't remember what it was before. The enhancement to that actually is really nice because it kind of gives me a little shield that protects my health, which I kind of needed because I kind of suck at this game, but you know. Ugh, Void Mothers, I hate these things. Hopefully my Colossus will be back up and ready for Rada's fight. I didn't want to use it there, but God, if I could just get rid of these Void Mothers quicker, that would be so good. My hatred of these things is just amazing. Okay, let's see what other crap awaits us over here. Oh. Harrow Fiends, awesome. I haven't seen y'all since freaking Western Skyrim. Good old Death Hounds and a Grey Host Vampire. Blood Knight, whatever they call it. Oof, just throwing up everywhere, dude. Okay.
Not even Mola Ball can threaten us here. The Grey Host will be an unstoppable force. Nothing will be beyond our reach.
Rhoda, your dream was never mine. It ends here.
Verandis, we are nearly free. Verandis! Join our forsaken kin in Mola Ball's teeth, you traitor!
Okay. Well.
Watch, Verandis, as I destroy everything you cherish.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this, you bastard!
I owe you a cut for every one of my fallen kin. This is the sword that split Lecky's blade, reforged in bitter blood. You will taste it soon.
Okay. Oh. You really are a swordsman. Doing some incredible damage to me, but thankfully I got that brawler trait,
Keep
so
your
it is.
distance.
What to take first? An arm? An eye?
Neither, please. Oof.
Watch out, partner.
I'm just waiting for that
Is it your
vampire
intention to bore
transformation.
me to death?
I imagine it'll come up at
Drown in the blood of your
50%
betters.
probably.
Stay away from that magic.
You possess
Trying
all
to.
the skill of a child. I'll draw the boundaries of my kingdom with your blood.
Thank you for making me feel young again, Rada.
This is the best you could muster, Verandis.
I mean, good
blood,
insult.
blade and soul as one.
Because I'm not exactly the best he can muster, I'm sure. Ooh, okay. Stepped into that one.
Your weakness is a disgrace to my blade.
Watch out, partner!
Oh, did he negate my... Okay, no he didn't. I'm gonna have to ask you to stand
I'm
right
going
here,
to
Rada.
savor killing you. You aren't fit to die by this blade.
Rude, but... Okay, maybe I wanted to die by that blade, who knows?
I'll draw the boundaries of my kingdom with your blood.
I'm hoping this is not his entire fight. That there's a second
Stay
phase.
away from that magic!
Because... this is a pretty easy fight, like... Belaine was harder.
Pitiable creatures. How is it you aspire to be... Can you feel Cold Harbor clutching at your heart?
That all you got, leech?
Oh yeah, there is another phase. Good, good.
You'll never win through brute force. We need a new strategy.
What do you recommend? Okay, I guess I'll just keep attacking him. Until you tell me what that new strategy is, because I've got no idea. Lyris, are you not helping anymore? No, it's just me? Okay. Well, that's awesome. Ew.
I can feel the dark heart tugging on those souls. Strike down more of the Grey Host. I have a plan.
Okay.
That's it. Keep feeding their souls to the dark heart. I can use this power.
Okay.
Sometimes this power almost feels worth the price I paid.
Does it though? Because I don't think all the lives you're sacrificing feel the same way. Are you okay, Rada? You seem to be a little bit stuck there.
Now can you see
All of the souls are collected and must be released. I've woven a trap. Bring Rada to me.
Rada, over here. Oh, okay. Well, great.
How? How can you turn the dark heart against me?
I don't know.
Slow and clumsy cattle.
You have a very low opinion of just anything that's not a vampire.
The dark heart is depleted. Slay more of the Grey Host to fill it.
Okay, out of the goo, or whatever that is.
Exhausted the trapped power. Send more souls to the dark heart and I'll summon another. I'm about to summon the soul trap. Get ready!
Okay, where'd you go?
Lead Rada to me!
Over here, Rada. God, you got a lot of health.
How dare you turn the souls of those you betrayed against me?
I'll need more souls to cage Rada again. Continue to slay the Grey Host.
Lyris, you're kind of just chilling there. I mean, Verondis is being more useful. Ooh. Out of the goo, out of the
More
goo.
souls to summon the soul trap.
I
Keep
know.
at it.
I know. I just gotta wait for more people. hurts. Okay. Let's get out of the way here.
That's it! I'll have the soul trap ready in a moment. Rada will be vulnerable here.
Goodbye, wretch.
Okay. Yeah, you come over here. Let me just smack you a little with my big guy, take out more health than I can, apparently.
Verandis, you dare raise your hand to me?
Okay, follow me, guys. Out of the goop.
I'll need more souls to cage Rada again. Continue to slay the Grey Host. A few more should do the trick. Don't let up!
The work of millennia will not be stopped by the likes of you.
We'll see about that one.
The Ashen Lord calls you to serve. Sometimes this power almost feels worth the price I paid.
Ow. Oh. You are a biggin. Oof.
The Dark Heart is depleted. Slay more of the Grey Host to fill it.
The work of millennia will not be stopped by the likes of you.
Lead Rada this way.
Okay.
Bring Rada to the soul trap.
Lecky is laughing on the far shores, dancing with her mocking blade.
That's it. Okay.
Goodbye, Rada. I wish I could have found salvation for us both.
Well,
Ah! The dark storm rages. I must take control.
It will kill you!
If I don't stop the dark storm, then my death will be the least of our worries.
Verandis.
Gods, this power! It's everything Rada said it would be! You and Lyris must go. While I still possess the power of the Dark Heart, I can open a gateway to the orrery. Return home.
You aren't coming.
I can only control the Dark Storm from here. I understand now what must be done to stop it. I can use the power of the Dark Heart one last time. When I am finished, the energy will be gone, and our gate to the orrery will be closed. You understand?
There's no other way then.
Not any that can make everything right. I brought about this tragedy through my naivete, through my selfish desires, through my damn ideals and curiosity. It's my time of reckoning, not yours.
Unfortunate, but I understand. Goodbye, Verandis. It's been nice knowing you.
This is farewell.
I don't want to owe you, Verandis!
Have faith. Rada's last gift was hope.
Well, that kind of sucks, but
You're back. But where's Verandis?
He's staying behind. I'm sorry.
He's staying. No. He promised. He promised me.
It was the only way to...
Look out! The Dark Heart!
It's dormant. Verandis must have done it. He stopped the dark storm.
oh,
Arana?
oh, whoa,
I can breathe. I'm alive?
unexpected, Arana.
I'm no illusion. Flesh and blood. Alive as can be.
How can that be?
I can't say myself. I remember being here, in this room. I remember the wound. Then nothing but a cold, icy current dragging me under. I drowned for so long. Until a warm hand fished me out.
Who?
I couldn't see. Everything was just warmth and light. There was a voice, though, guiding me, calling me back. It sounded like Verandis.
Rondus brought you back to life?
As I live and breathe, it was Verandis who led me here. I don't understand much of what occurred, but of that, I'm certain. That, and I didn't come back alone.
You're saying others came with you?
There were a great many others drowning in that icy current. I'm certain I wasn't the only one pulled ashore. It's just a feeling, but a strong one. I want to see if that feeling speaks true.
About the last time we saw each other.
You did what you thought was best, and the price I paid has been returned. None of us could have imagined this is where our path would lead. But I've no complaints with the outcome. No complaints at all.
Where are you headed?
Markarth. That's where the spirits call me now. I have no fondness for the place, but that's where my people need me.
I see. Well...
Did I hear you right? Verandis brought that woman back to life? Not just raised her from the dead, actually restored her body and soul?
That's what Arana claims.
Was that what the Count meant by making it right? He didn't just stop the Darkstorm. He used it to free the souls from the Darkheart. We've got to get to Markarth.
Why the sudden urgency?
Isn't that where Rada al-Saran harvested souls for the Darkheart? If Verandis released them all, maybe Arana's right and she didn't come back alone. That's something we should see for ourselves.
I understand.
You go on ahead. Fen and Gwendis could use a moment. I'll make sure they make it to Markarth safely.
Do you really think Verandis could restore Markarth?
Just bringing one person back should be impossible, short of divine intervention. But we saw the Grey Host manage it more than once. If the Darkstorm was anything like the Harrowstorms in Western Skyrim, it just might be possible.
Alright, well... off to Markarth. To see if... Verandis was actually able to... restore all the people that died. I guess we will see about that. Just kind of sucks about Verandis. He was growing on me a little. Not as much as Lyris, but Lyris is also an old character that I did spend some time with outside of these recordings and way before my YouTube stuff, so... Wonder how Ard Kadak will feel about all this, especially with Arana wanting to stay in Markarth and her being alive. That must be interesting.
I was hoping to catch up. You hear that? Markarth is celebrating.
Well, I mean... I would too.
That magnificent bastard really did it. He brought them back.
He said Rada gave him hope. You think this is what he meant?
The Count enjoyed his mysteries, but yeah, I think so. When we started this, I thought the best we could do is pay Al-Saran back for the lives he stole. Guess I should have set my sights higher.
What's next for us?
We rest. With Rada al-Saran dead, the Grey Host is finally buried for good. We couldn't have done it without you, partner. So eat, drink, find some company for your bed. And tomorrow, we'll probably have to do this all over again.
Yeah, not till June, but you know. That is a really nice blade, and it is a two-hander. Awesome.
It may seem odd coming from a Nord, but I'm glad to see all these Reach folk alive and well. They seem content, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind us bringing them a few more reasons to celebrate.
What do you mean?
News of Rada al-Saran's death won't compare to the dead returning to life, but I'm sure Kadak will be relieved to hear it. You find the Ard and let him know there's nothing to fear from the Grey Host anymore. Tell him he has Verandis to thank.
Aren't you coming?
Why spoil the mood? I think I'm going to take a moment. I haven't done that since Fenorian and I arrived in the Reach.
Are you alright?
Just fine. Even the great Lyris Titanborn needs a rest sometimes. Don't tell anyone.
Oh, that'll be your secret and mine. It's a pretty nice blade. I don't think it was the one that Rada was using, but you know, that's cool. Would have really liked his blade though, because that looked pretty sick. Let's go check on Ard Kadak. See what he has to say about all this. See if he's even happy about Arana being here with her people.
Look! Look! Can you believe it? There's life to the keep again!
That's your doing, isn't it? The Ard seems to think so. He'll want to see you. He's holding an audience in his war room right now.
Yeah, gotcha.
What's this about a war room?
Ah, you're here too, Titanborn. You come with me. I have a message for your ears alone.
Fine, but if this is Kadak's idea of a joke, you won't find it funny.
Oh, I kind of want to know what that message is about. But I guess maybe we'll find out, who knows. And he's apparently somewhere in the back, so let's head over here.
We are agreed. If Eastern and Western Skyrim can put aside their differences in the face of the Grey Host, then the Reach can do so as well. Come forward, Freehand. No need to bow for the sake of kings.
Wow, Jarl Svanna is here, Yorin, Prince Ernskar. Let's talk to Svanna first.
You seem more comfortable standing among kings and jarls than I do. Then again, you always did. It's good to see you again.
What brings you to the Reach?
Western Skyrim has begun to recover. With Fenn's elixir, our soldiers have been able to push back the Grey Host. I know the Reach has not been so fortunate. I persuaded Prince Ernskar and the Skald King to offer our support.
What do you plan to do?
I expected we'd be sending soldiers, but by the time we arrived, the people were dancing in the streets. I always heard stories of the City of Stone being a dark place where flint-hearted Reachmen worship strange gods. It's not so different from home.
How are things in Western Skyrim?
The people seem happier than I've ever seen, in spite of all our hardships. I wasn't the only one living under my father's shadow, apparently. I can't come and go as I please, but the Blue Palace is lively as any tavern with Mog around.
You brought Mog to the palace?
Made him my royal taster. I don't think the thought of being poisoned even crossed his mind, but he seems happy so long as the food and drink keeps coming. Unofficially, he's also the jester, but don't tell him I said so.
Okay, my lips are sealed. It's good to see Svanna again.
Thank the gods we have better matters to attend to than the deployment of troops and suspicions of treachery. For a man called Despot, the Ard is in an agreeable mood. But that's not your concern. It's good to see you once more.
It's good to see you as well. What brings you and the Skald King to Markarth?
Truthfully, Svanna, when we learned that Markarth suffered an attack like the one you narrowly prevented in Solitude, she insisted that we offer aid. Ostensibly to stop the Grey Host. But it seems we're a bit late for that.
There may still be remnants that pose a threat.
No doubt. They have proved very skilled at keeping to the shadows and biding their time. Hunting them down will not be easy, but I feel that's not how best to make use of the opportunity we've been given.
What do you mean?
The Grey Host's greatest weapon against us was our mutual mistrust. They preyed on our suspicions and fears, used our division to pick us apart one by one. The best way to prevent that from happening again would be to build trust and cooperation.
So you've formed an alliance?
An accord at least. It's a step in the right direction.
Well, then I wish you luck.
Trust takes time to build, but we must start somewhere. I couldn't have done it without Svanna. Jarl Svanna. Watching her put aside past differences between Eastern and Western Skyrim for the sake of her people has made quite an impression on me.
You seem to hold Svanna in high regard.
Well, yes, I do. She's a striking woman. A figure. Leader, yeah. She's won many hearts and minds in the short time she's been a Jarl. I think that speaks more to her esteem than my praise. Western Skyrim would do well to put her in charge.
I sense a relationship gonna happen there. Maybe we'll see that in the Whiterun expansion or something. Will your father allow another ruler to control the West?
He doesn't want another war on his hands, and the Western Holds still desire their independence. Skyrim won't be united by force, but with more days like today, the province may one day be whole, no matter how many kings claim it.
Well, that will happen, believe me. Yorin?
We may be a divided nation, but in our hearts we are all Nords. I have faith that one day Skyrim will be whole once more.
I don't know what it is with his voice actor, but I'm not all for it. He seems very yelly, and I don't know if it's entirely necessary here, but hey, what are you doing here, King Yorin?
This business with the Grey Host is far from over. As long as Skyrim is threatened, I will be close by to lend a hand.
Still, this is far from your holdings.
The Reach is far from everyone's holdings. This Grey Host business started with me, though, and I always intended to see it through to the end. Thankfully, we prevailed this time.
Do you think Svanna is ready to become the ruler of Western Skyrim?
I do. She's an impressive young woman. Is Western Skyrim ready for Svanna? That's the more pertinent question. Solitude shuns the outside world, while Svanna reaches for it. We'll have to see how that works out in the end.
Are you here to take over the Reach?
I have no desire to replace a despot. Haven't these people suffered enough? In any event, my forces are stretched too thin to take on much more. If the people request help, however, I will put whatever resources I can at their disposal.
Why are you so willing to help people who consider you their enemy?
Shore's bones. Why does everyone insist on seeing ulterior motives behind every kind act? Can't a king just be a nice person? Look, someone has to extend the hand of friendship before it can be grasped. Besides, helping the Reach helps all of Skyrim.
Well, that's good of you, Yarn. It's a very good mindset to have. Let's see what Ard Kadak has to say.
If you'd said only yesterday I'd play host to Nord rulers from across all Skyrim, I'd have told you the dead would live again before that happened. And here we are. A day of miracles. Tell me truthful. You had a hand in all this, eh?
I killed Rodal Saran and Verandis restored the lives lost to the Dark Heart.
Alas, the monster that nearly brought my lands to ruin has paid the price for his wrongs. I could ask no more, and yet that which was taken has been returned as well. Where is Count Ravenwatch? If he thinks to escape my gratitude...
Verandis had to stay behind to return the souls of your people.
Then, his name
and deeds will echo these halls for as long as I sit upon the throne, which'll be a while yet, thanks to you both, and so long as these Nords are good to their word. I've no idea what peace is like, but I'm eager to find out.
What sort of agreement have you reached with the Nords?
We treat for peace. Our battles with the Grey Host have ravaged all our kingdoms and peoples. We each seek to rebuild and recover. Perhaps we'll do so together. At least we'll keep out of each other's way. Before we proclaim, I have a favor to ask.
What do you need?
I've need of a counselor. In spite of her treachery, Lady Boleyn was a canny advisor. I need that again now, more than ever. Tell the witch, Arana, that I will offer her my ear, if she will share her wisdom. I hear she's recently arrived to my keep.
So you're making peace with Arana too?
I suppose so. Can't just lop off her head after she got it back. Wouldn't do for morale. Unless she's determined to keep up her fight with me. I'm willing to put the past to rest. Besides, I already made peace with the rest of her rebels.
What are your plans for Markarth now that there's peace?
It's a worthy holdfast, but not so much a city. I would have the land worked, the stone repaired, and the markets expanded. These are not things my kin have much knowledge in, but perhaps the Nords will share their trade for the right price.
Tell me your thoughts on the other rulers here.
Well, they're a fair lot more agreeable than the she-wolf you travel with. Have the sense to show deference to a king in his own hall. Though I heard enough honeyed words from the Lady Boleyn for one lifetime. The fat one thinks himself a poet.
What do you think of Skald King Yoren?
Skald King. Nonsense. Every now and then comes a king of his kind. One who makes stirring pronouncements and promises that his court must struggle to keep. His grand words lack guile, so I'll wager he can be trusted.
And Svanna?
The past would tell me to hate Svargrim's whelp with all my vigor. We've battled and bled for more generations than I can count with her ilk. But this fledgling speaks plain and honest. When she talks of new beginnings, I believe her.
And what about Prince Ernskar?
I heard Yoren sired the boy when he was young, but looking at the pair, I have a hard time saying who's father and who's whelp. Ernskar seems shrewd and dutiful, but his father casts a long shadow. A wide one, too.
Okay. There's something else I wanted to ask you about.
If you must. Can't have you thinking me ungrateful.
No, apparently not, Ardkadak, so... Was a nice chat. Let's go speak with Arana. Let her know that she'll be the new
My ears are burning.
advisor.
Is that my name on the wind?
Yes.
Not even this gloomy old stone keep can dampen my spirits. My dreams hold true. Markarth is alive with joy. But you didn't approach to listen to me. What is it you wanted?
Ardkadak wants to know if you're willing to become his new counselor.
I'm barely foot to stone and he's clamoring for my attention. I had no mind to stand by a throne when I first started my journey. Now, here we are. The Reach has suffered so much. I want to help restore the land. Aye, I'll serve.
I'll give him your reply.
I can speak for myself. You have more important matters to attend to. There's a friend who's journeyed a long way to thank you personally for all you've done. 'Twould be rude to keep him waiting.
Alright, where can I find them?
There's an out-of-the-way chamber in the rear of the keep where you can meet. Now, I should find the Ard and make sure he thinks before he speaks.
Can you tell me more about this friend you want me to meet?
I can, but I won't. I'm enjoying the suspense. Off with you.
Who could it be? Now I'm kind of giddy with anticipation. Let's see who it is.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, my friend. Do forgive
Wow.
my ghastly appearance.
Verandis, you... Have you gone blind? Why do I have my sword out? Okay. Your hair's gone white. Okay.
It seems I spoke too soon when I bade you a final farewell. I'm glad to have the opportunity to see you again, my friend. None of this would have been possible without you.
I mean, I'm happy for you, but I'm also suspicious. I thought you had to stay behind.
As did I. When I took hold of the Darkstorm's power, I believed it would be the last thing I ever did. It was a force no mortal hands should wield. Still, with it, I was able to draw the souls out of the Dark Heart, return them to where they belonged.
Was that how you made it back?
No. As the last of the Dark Heart's power ebbed away, I should have been trapped in Rodda's sanctuary realm. But I was forced out. Pushed, I'd say. I fell into the darkness of the slumbering heart. Then I emerged from it, like a moth from a cocoon.
How so?
My soul became part of the Dark Heart, smelted inextricably into the fabric of its existence. So long as it remains dormant, its hold over me is tolerable. But I am bound to it nonetheless.
What do you do now?
If I am to be wed to this power, then I must ensure that it never gets used again. For that to happen, both the heart and I must fade into obscurity. House Ravenwatch will carry on without me. Arana will send them here to receive the news soon.
I see.
I have no regrets. You gave me the opportunity to reckon with my past and pay penance. This journey has brought closure to the life of Count Verandis Ravenwatch. I have a fresh start. As do we all. The kings are soon to speak. You should be there.
Will I ever see you again?
I have no idea what the future holds, but you seem to be the axis upon which this world turns. If it still has some use for me, I'm sure our paths will cross again. Until then, my friend.
Until then.
Arana said they'd be this way. Come on.
Father!
They said you were gone.
I was, and I will be again. We have much to discuss, but I will not be returning to House Ravenwatch.
But who will...
You three have no more need of a guardian. It's time I put the future of the Ravenwatch in your hands.
But you'll still visit, right?
Every chance I get.
Who is Adusa? I don't know if we've met her. Fenorian?
I don't know what I expected when Arana said there was someone waiting to see us, but I thought he was gone. I don't think there's anything left that could surprise me today. Forget I said that. Better not tempt fate.
You seem troubled.
No, I don't mean to give the wrong impression. It's all just a bit much. Maybe I should sit down. Did he really say he wants us to take over the Ravenwatch?
He did.
Right. I didn't imagine it. The truth is, we were already considering the future of the Ravenwatch after you returned without Verandis. It seems that will bear further discussion. But I'm relieved that the circumstances are different.
You'll all do fine, I'm sure.
Your vote of confidence is always encouraging. Gwendis could use some of that as well, I think. Have a word with her, won't you?
Alright, what's my assignment, though?
You're to endure as much of the cheer and praise as the Ard and his people can heap upon you. And you're to have absolutely nothing to do with evil vampires for at least, I don't know, A day? Think you can manage that, recruit?
Yeah, I think so.
Remember, you're representing House Ravenwatch now. Consider this a diplomatic mission. I believe the Ard was calling for you when we spoke to Arana. He was headed to the audience chamber with the other rulers, last I saw.
Alright. Gwendis?
Here and gone, here and gone. It's cruel to play with a girl's heart like this. But I'm glad Veranda's kept his promise. Ugh, I'm having too many feelings right now.
What do you feel about leading the Raven Watch?
Great, terrible, everything in between. I've waited so long for Verandas to stop hovering over my shoulder. But I never thought it would be because he's not around. I realized something, though. When you and Lyris told me he wasn't coming back.
Oh?
I can't shed tears for him. It's not what he needs from me. He needs someone to carry on after him. To do the work he can't anymore. So that's what I'll do. Keep his legacy alive. Somebody has to keep tabs on all those pesky vampires.
Let me know if the Raven Watch needs my assistance again.
Don't think it's just Verandas I expect to visit. It'd be nice bumping into you somewhere other than a moldy cavern once in a while. Castle Ravenwatch is always open to you. It's not like we have a shortage of guest rooms.
I'll remember that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to give Verandas an earful. I think I heard the Ard calling for you when we were talking to Arana. They're making some proclamation in the audience chamber. Better not miss your accolades.
Oh, I won't. Dusa?
They said Verandas was imprisoned in the void, but he's here. Forgive, Adusa. You must be the one Gwendis and Fenorian spoke of. This one is honored to meet you.
Are you ready to lead the Raven Watch?
There was a time when this one felt more like a nursemaid than compatriot to those two. But Gwendis and Fenorian are no longer helpless kittens. Count Verandas need not worry. Adusa stands firm. House Ravenwatch will endure.
Without Verandas, what will happen to the Raven Watch?
House Ravenwatch has a long and noble tradition. This one will run the estate in Count Verandas' absence. She has done so before. As for the Ravenwatch, our work will continue. Gwendis is coming into her own, and Fenorian shows promise.
Alright. Well, let's go see what the announcement is about. And I think that will be the end of this chapter.
I thought you might enjoy a welcome surprise for once, Snow Lily.
Oh, Sai.
Sai
You
Sahan,
always
wow.
know how to... Oh, hello, partner.
Hello, Lyris and Sai, you're unexpected. Haven't seen you since elsewhere.
Didn't expect you'd find me here. Thought this spot was a little more private. This is Sai Sahan. He's a friend. A close friend. We used to travel together with Emperor Varen before things went horns up.
Close friend, I'm sure. Was the message earlier from him?
Brayden said there was a strange red guard looking for me. When I laid eyes on Sai, I didn't know whether to punch him or hug him. It was quite the surprise, but not a bad one. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Will you two be traveling together?
I'd say being home has been nice, but you know I'd be lying. The Skald King owes me some rest. Think we'll take our leave of Skyrim and spend some time free of obligations. Always wanted to go back to Skingrad.
Safe travels then, Lyris.
People like us can't stay out of trouble very long. So let's share a few casks of mead while things are quiet. Oh, Caddock's looking for you. He and the other rulers want to make some big announcement. I'll be along in a moment.
Have you met with Svana or Skald King Yoren?
I haven't, but I'm sure you can keep them busy for a while longer. Right, partner? Sai and I still have a few dents to bang out of my armor.
I'm sure. I'll go see about this announcement they are making. Say?
So you're the partner that Lyris speaks so highly about. I'm glad to know she had such a stalwart ally during her time in Western Skyrim. It is an honor to meet you.
What brings you to Skyrim?
I heard that Lyris was investigating some sinister plots in this province. Were it not for other obligations no less dire, I would have rushed here sooner. I envy you. There's nothing I would have liked more than to battle a sword saint by her side.
Sword Saint.
Rada Al-Saran was an Ansei of great renown, a legend to rival Leki herself. The Sword Saints are a lost legacy to my people. It's a shame that Al-Saran did not devote himself to restoring that honorable tradition instead of his monstrous Grey Host.
What will you do now that the fight is over?
Lyris has offered to show me some of the more intact barrows in the Reach and Western Skyrim. These sites are tied to ancient dragon cults. Dragons are something of a hobby of mine.
Oh, I'm aware, Sai. Alright, into the audience chamber. Alright, I believe this should be where we're getting to the conclusion of all this. So many people.
Finally, the guest of honor has arrived. Let's have a word before we begin.
Arana?
Not a moment too soon. Kadak's eager to demonstrate that he's the equal of any Nord king. He hopes it will legitimize his claim as king of the Reach. He's not wrong, but he'd look more a fool if I weren't here to keep his temper on a leash.
Seems like you're already a helpful advisor.
That I am. It's a new dawn. For me, for Markarth, for the Reach. After all you've done to bring it back from the brink of oblivion, putting up with Kadak's arse-headed notions is the least I can do to make sure it wasn't wasted effort.
Does that mean you're getting along?
Let's not stretch the bones of reason. There'll be no shortage of bickering and cursing in our future, but there's trust. So long as we both want what's best for the Reach, that'll do. Best to see him now. I can see him casting glares our way.
I'll speak with him. Ardkadak.
Fair adventurers. Come and go as you please. Keep three kings and a jarl biding on their thumbs in a crowded hall. Suppose you've earned that right, Rover. Near everybody in this room wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
I did what I had to.
Simply put, I like that. In doing what needed doing, you brought all the crowns of Skyrim to one hall. You put the Grey Host back in the ground, and it gave us clear skies. At last, we can see where we must go. Take this with all our thanks.
Oh, it's heavy armor, but it's Dwarven style, so I kind of like it. Alright.
Three hands of Markarth, you long-suffering lot, I call my kin. We've survived another long night, darker than we've ever known, but we didn't endure it alone. Against the Grey Host we found unlikely allies, and put aside old grudges. Together, we not only survived, we flourished.
We owe these miracles to the efforts of all kinds. Reachmen, Nord, Vampire, Outlander. Heroes of every stripe. Let us follow their example. We have warred together. We celebrate together. Let us rebuild together.
From this day forward, we clash mugs instead of swords. Peace and prosperity to all our kingdoms. Cheers to the heroes of Skyrim.
Let us remember them with song and drink. We, the children of Skyrim, we shall endure.
Oh god. Just gonna type this in real quick. Alright. So that is, well, the end of the series. It's been a pretty fun adventure, I'm not gonna lie. I think I actually liked this expansion just as much as I did elsewhere. But, yeah, I'm gonna call the episode here. Thank you all for watching, and, well, I'd say stick around for more of this Let's Play series, but it looks like we are done. I hope you all have a good day and or night, and I will see y'all in the Skyrim series. Bye.